My, my favorite person. What's up?
I'm here.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
I am okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday. It is almost the
Happy
weekend.
Friday.
Almost
Happy
Mother's
Friday.
Day.
I know.
Yes,
Happy early Mother's Day to you.
thank you. I'm just gonna go visit with my mom and do a lot of nothing. So
I was
that's my
going to say
plan.
Happy Grandmother's Day, but you don't look like a grandmother.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Well, I am. I am.
Shout out to everybody who is joining us. We greatly appreciate you.
Yes.
Tonight is just me and Jenny. FD is taking a night off. And so we're gonna do the show and have some fun.
Absolutely. We got some good stuff to talk
Yeah,
about
we got,
tonight.
got a cool guest tonight. Um, and if we see somebody ask a great question, we might just invite you in and have you unpack it more.
Yeah, little new format here. It looks like
Yes.
let's see, my oldest daughter's here, and then oh, thank you. Happy Mother's Day from Love What You Collect. Appreciate that. Thank
That's
you.
Erica the GOAT.
Yes,
Um, so this is our sixth episode.
it is. It is.
Of the Every Other Cardboard Show, every other week cardboard show. I'm hosting tonight. So we're going to jump into our normal, like, what's going on in your cardboard world, Jenny?
So I'm still working with Arena Club. I'm creating a lot of content. I've learned so much, just not only about creating the content, but just the confidence in myself. With each video that I'm creating, you can see each video I'm more
Oh,
and more confident.
basketball card guy has
Oh
joined. A
yeah.
lot of cards
Hey.
is in there. We got a lot of good
Oh
people.
yeah.
Shout out
Yeah,
to y'all.
definitely. Definitely. So I'm just getting more and more confident. I'm loving the editing process. It's been a lot of fun. Sasha and I just recently made the final decision to head to Cleveland to go to the Nationals.
Okay.
So we've been planning out our trip. We're going to drive.
We
It's 18
got
hours,
the knock
but
in the building.
yeah, look at that. Wow. Wow. What's up, Big John? So,
So the road to your
yes.
nationals.
So we are going to drive 18 hours. We're planning
Woo.
on stopping Nashville, and we're going to have fun with it and make it more of a vacation,
Yeah.
and then head to the National on the
And
weekend. So that's our
visit
plan.
some card stores.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're definitely gonna hit up whatever card
Yeah.
shops we can find where we stop for
Yeah.
sure. Then I started the Road to National video series just
Yeah.
this week, so I released my first one. Yesterday we went to Lucky Seven in Austin,
Okay.
and we picked up some stuff. We picked up the new Bowman baseball,
Wait a
so that was fun to rip.
minute. Hold
Yeah,
on. God of Cards is joining in from South
South
America. Shout out to you.
America. Wow.
Shout out
That's
to you.
awesome.
Shout out to you.
Well, yeah, what time is it there in South America? Like,
I don't
are
even
you
know
still,
what
I
that.
think it's still the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So it just depends where in South America. It looks like maybe
Yeah.
Chile. I don't know. I don't know. There's the Bears. I've been talking to him. He's a
Yeah.
new follower. So yeah, awesome.
That's what's up. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see like what that looks like when you post it and share it. What I can say, I'm digging your Arena Club videos, the confidence,
Thank you.
the excitement, the joy. You can see it on your face, and the way you're promoting that brand is just dope. And I think it gives them a new face, a new sense of life, and I
Thank
like it. I like it a
Thank
lot.
you. I appreciate. I
Yeah.
said it's funny because last year I was not a very confident person, and just being in the hobby,
Stop it.
it's. I'm serious. Even when I ran for city council, I was so scared to go door to door. I didn't want to speak. I mean, I was terrified. It was important to me, but I
Yeah.
was afraid to take those steps. So just being in the hobby in the last year has made me become a better person, a
That's awesome.
stronger person. Yeah,
Well,
it's been great.
they say public speaking is the number one fear,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more fearful than death.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
terrifying.
thankful. Shout out to Ms. Z, my professor from Endicott College, because I took a public speaking
Yes.
class when I was a freshman, and she gave me a lot of pointers. So I'm
It's
super.
funny because
Yeah.
that's what I always tell people it was speech class in
Yeah.
college, because
Yeah.
when they record you and you feel like you're shaking and you feel like you're doing a terrible job, but then you watch it and you
Yeah.
don't see yourself shaking
Yeah.
and you don't see that you're doing, and you're like, oh, so everything I was feeling internally was real to me, but it wasn't perceived by everybody else.
No.
And
No.
it's speech class that taught me how to not be so shy. So yeah, shout out to speech class and
Yeah,
all
no,
that
you're
good stuff.
definitely a natural. Definitely a natural.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
for me, I checked out the Fishtown Car Show a couple of weeks ago. I
Mm-hmm.
had a blast there, just catching up with a lot of friends. I love the Fishtown Show. I can give them some press because I have a good time when I go there, especially the one in Philly. I did check out the one in New Jersey, and I had fun there too. They had like a whole Pokemon room,
Oh,
which
wow.
was like overwhelming.
Yeah, that's
And
fun.
I can imagine if I would have brought my daughter, I would have like walked out of there with no
Oh, yeah.
money.
Yeah, my
Um,
granddaughter too. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
but I love the Fishtown show. It's a dope show. I know a lot of the dealers there. Even if I don't buy anything, it's just like great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Did you find
awesome
any
show.
good 90s cards
I
then?
I did. I picked up a Derek Jeter rookie and a Grant Hill rookie. So
Wow.
and I got a hockey a score hockey card, which was awesome,
Well,
of a
that's
guy who
good.
played for the Flyers. So I'm not gonna give the name away because it's gonna be my card of the week for
Ah,
my
there you go.
upcoming card show.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody in the room: Walker Treasures, Jimmy Baumgartner. Shout out to everybody, the Beers, everybody, tapping in with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have one more thing that's going to be happening in my cardboard world.
Yes.
I cannot say like give all the details because it's still like percolating and being crafted out.
Mm-hmm.
But I am working on a huge project with Tops Rips, and all I can say is the only hint I can give is like closed circuit TV. That's the only hint I can give.
Wow, that's
So,
huge.
I'm looking forward to like seeing how that goes and how we unpack that, especially around one of the articles that I just wrote. Um, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited
You
about it.
should be. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Yeah, I look forward to hearing more about
yeah.
that for sure.
So,
That's awesome.
but my follow-up question for you, Jenny,
Yes.
since you're going to the national, and because you're going to the national, I might have to go because I live in Philly, so Ohio's the next state over. It
Mm-hmm.
is like probably like a 10-hour drive. I got
Mm-hmm.
family and friends in Cleveland and Ohio in general, so I might have to check it out. You guys are really enticing me. What are you looking for at the national?
So obviously there's the cards, right?
Yeah.
But my whole reasoning behind going is to be able to network with the people that I have yet to meet that are in the hobby.
Okay.
There are so many people, and I feel like that is, basically the center point where
Yeah.
a lot of these people are going to go. So I just want to meet people, talk to people, get to
Yeah.
know people, and that's my goal. That
Okay.
really is. Everything else will be fun, but that's why I said we're gonna go on Saturday and Sunday. My husband and I are gonna take a vacation, so it's gonna be fun just getting there and then being able to focus on really networking.
Slab
That's my goal.
Slab Mania came in. Crazy
Hey
Card
Lee.
Collector came in.
Yeah.
Basketball card guy said I have to go. So you never
Yeah.
know, Jenny. I walk up and tap you on the shoulder.
Well, Sasha said we should do a live at the National if
That'll be
you show
dope.
up.
That'll be
Yeah, that'd
dope.
be
A live
awesome.
show on the road.
That'd be awesome.
So let's jump into our main topic.
Yes.
We've all seen this over, social media over the past couple of weeks. I've had some conversations like in messages with friends
Mm-hmm.
and, just thinking about it in general, especially for one of the sites that I write for, unlicensed cards. And, the theme of that was the Wemby rookie card
Yeah.
from Topps. Do
Yep.
you love them or hate them?
All right. Well, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first, Jenny. Kick us off.
All right. So this is another one of those drama of the hobbies the last week that I have watched unfold on social media. There were there were some comments that people that were so against Leaf and all that and all the unlicensed cards are now all of a sudden hopping on board for Topps, right? Like, woo, yay, Topps. So there was the whole drama with how can you jump ship that quick?
Yeah.
Now, I get it from an investment standpoint, with it being unlicensed, but like with me, I've collected all the VW 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm collecting the card for my own personal reasons. I always collect cards based on if they look cool, if it's somebody that means something to me. I don't care if it's licensed or unlicensed. I'm not looking at it from an investment standpoint. If I was, I can see where obviously the unlicensed may not do as well. But you know what? Topps did a really good job. I mean, they're beautiful. They're great. So I have no opinion because I don't care if they're unlicensed or licensed.
Okay.
But I understand people's opinion.
So for me, like you know what, you bring up a great point, right? Collecting for you and like it made me think about like the Panini product because they don't have a baseball license. And I can't, for some reason, I can't think of like the flagship series and what it's called. I think it was like Diamond Kings, and like they released a set, I think like in 2021, where they had a bunch of like the artist cards, and I pulled like some Jackie Robinson, Bo Jackson, Mickey Mantle, and those cards were like dope, like like easy on the eyes, like very like just cool cards to look at. It reminded me of like those early '90s like Don Russ Diamond Kings cards. So I would have to say, like I was thinking about this, and I don't love it per se, but I'm also thinking from a lens of like access and introducing new people to the hobby and creating entry points for people to join the hobby. So for me, if it's not like super expensive and not overpriced and it gives like, new people a way to get into the hobby and experience the hobby, then I love unlicensed cards, especially if it gives them an opportunity to pick up a card of a potential superstar, potential Hall of Famer, and we all know the year that Wemby has had, being the rookie of the year. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like the significance behind the VW1, VW2, the Wemby cards, it was for things that he achieved this year. I mean, I just picked up the rookie of the year. So to me, because I was already PCing him, and those are beautiful cards. I mean, they just are.
You sent me an FD one.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that gorgeous?
This is my first Wemby card, by the way.
Yes. Had to have that. But I mean, I'm collecting them because they're gorgeous cards. They're significant in Wemby's career. And you know what? He's only a rookie once. So I wanted to have that.
You're right. Yes. Crazy card collector said, buy what you like, regardless of licensing.
Yep. My favorite
collect Yankees
card I own is unlicensed.
Cards licensed and unlicensed. So
exactly.
Yeah, like I think about that Diamond King set, like there was some very nostalgic cards that I pulled from the blaster box that I got. So, like I for the purpose of like nostalgia, I love it. And like you said, it's not something like, oh, I'm trying to get graded and make money off of it.
So from an investment standpoint, I can see where people are saying these aren't going to be worth as much. These are, it's kind of, but I don't look at it that way. So.
And it almost made me think about like back in the 60s where like Hall of Famers who legit like was in the NBA for like 4 or 5 years and they wasn't producing cards, and then the year 6 of their career, their first rookie card came out. So I was thinking from the perspective like Topps is going to own the licensing to everything. So could they potentially produce a Wemby rookie card 2 years from now? Like,
who knows?
Who's going to argue with it, right? You know what I mean? It's the same conversation with like the Flair star debate with Michael Jordan, so.
And everybody seems to love those Diamond Kings. Sasha said it's his favorite insert. Crazy card collector. Diamond Kings are great. Yeah.
Now that Diamond King box I bought, and it was well priced too. It was like it was under $20.
Right.
And I got like 60 cards, and I took a lot of like candid pictures, and I actually like posted it on my Instagram. It was like, these cards are
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Like I had a Ronald Acuna and like the throwback, like tobacco card like era, like that
See,
type of artist card. I
and
was
that's
like, yeah,
beautiful. That's
cool, cool.
yeah. I
It
mean,
was,
in the VW ones and 1 through 6, they were so
yeah,
affordable. I picked up
yeah,
multiples. I'm getting them graded, and
yeah.
they're gorgeous
That,
cards. So yeah, I like the
definitely like,
affordable.
yeah, definitely a conversation starter and just like a very like
Mm-hmm.
nostalgic piece. Like,
Mm-hmm.
look at this cool card in my collection.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody else like what's everybody's thoughts about unlicensed products? Like jump in the chat and type away. Or if you
Mm-hmm.
want to come on and share your thoughts live, why don't you come on and share your thoughts live? Anybody feel free to request and come on live and share your
Yeah,
thoughts.
we will pop you on for sure. I think you're the only one that can see that though, if they
Yeah.
request. Yeah.
He said my kids won't know the difference.
No,
Sasha is funny.
no, not at all.
I
Yep.
think
Collect what you love.
I think I'm gonna invite Slab Mania on to have her come in. I want to hear her thoughts because she jumped in when she started collecting baseball cards, and we all gave her some like
Yo,
insight.
what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
Lee.
How are you?
So, what's your
Awesome.
thoughts? Unlicensed,
So
licensed? Do you love them or hate them?
I think I have to agree with exactly what you said, Jenny. Like well, for example, like I have my De La Cruz unlicensed,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. Like honestly, at first getting into baseball, I didn't know much about it. So I didn't even know that Select didn't have the Cincinnati Reds license name on it.
Right.
But like I didn't care.
Who
Like I
cares?
just liked it because I love watching him play. I love the auto. The card looks
Yes.
cool, and like what you were saying earlier about, it could be like an investment
Mm-hmm.
standpoint. Sure, like if you're investing in it, maybe it could drop the value, but also at the same time, if you don't care about that, if you're just the hobby side of it, I think they're great. They look cool. I love them.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Haley, I'm still waiting on my check in the mail. For
You
giving
owe
me
him money?
that piece of feedback about.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
I mean, I was the first one to drop some insight
That's
for
so
it.
weird. It didn't get
I'm
to
still
you yet. Yeah, it's right
nah.
put
I'm
in the
still waiting
mail.
for my
Yeah,
check.
that is
Can
so,
I get my check, please?
yeah, that's so weird. I don't know what happened.
Right.
Can I please get my check? Oh, we got a lot of people
Oh
jumping
my
in the
gosh, that is so
comments.
Yeah.
funny.
Chase,
Three Frankie.
3 Frankie 3. Chase the player, not the card. I love unlicensed,
Yes.
especially for the PC.
See, this is
I
what
like
the hobby is about.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
this. We're all on the same page.
Yes.
It shows where our hearts are,
Yeah.
for sure. Yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. It's how it should
That
be.
is a cool LE card though.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I
Beautiful.
love that. Yeah, I swear to God, when I bought it, I didn't even realize that it didn't have like Cincinnati Reds on it. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it has like his red jersey,
Right.
but they can't say the
Yeah.
Reds because they don't own the
Yeah.
licensing for it, which I learned from you guys from that video. But yeah, no, I'm on the same boat. Like, collect what you love, and
Mm-hmm.
who cares? Like,
Yep.
Wise words from a superstar in the hobby, Slab Mania, who literally came out of nowhere.
Except we
literally,
both
like,
got
laying on my
destroyed
couch
by
on
the
a
basketball
Oh,
card, guys.
I'm literally
listen,
laying on my couch on a Saturday morning, and her thing popped up, and I'm like, "Who's this person?" And I just started following her. Next thing you know, she sent me a message, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a scam. You should probably shouldn't do that."
That's
also,
funny.
this is like a full circle moment because Jenny, you shouted me out like,
I
was it
did.
last month or something?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now like I'm talking with you guys
Yeah.
and I'm like, holy crap, like that's
It's
insane.
crazy how it works out, isn't it? I've had a lot
Yeah,
of those lately.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LMC Casey Knight. Today I pulled a Trout out of 10
Oh,
from a 2018 pack.
Wow.
whoa.
You got to post that card
Yeah,
on
that
Instagram. I want to
is
see that.
insane.
I need to see that.
Yeah. Leaf has
Wow.
$20 blasters that CJ signs in 2 autos per. Most are low tier autos. Yeah, see? I mean, so
Yeah.
Leaf, I mean, yeah,
Well,
Now,
exactly.
I did have the privilege one night where I was supporting trade night at the Philly Card Show with my boy Marino, and Skybox from Connecticut was there, and he had one of the high-end Leaf products,
Mm-hmm.
and we opened it up. was a bunch of like high school players and like college players, but it was like a well-designed card, some autos, but it was like I didn't really know who like the players were, but in terms of like aesthetics and what it looked like and like enjoying what I was seeing, it
Mm-hmm.
was some cool cards, some
Yeah.
cool cards.
Yeah. And you
For
said
sure.
that was Leaf?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leaf, yeah.
So, because CJ, he doesn't have autographs in like main product yet, right? Is it just Leaf that has his autographs or something?
I think there's some autos out there.
Okay.
Not just Leaf. But don't quote me. And
Okay.
I'm not Googling right now, so I don't know.
30 ballpark
Someone actually is on
said,
the other side. Yeah, hold on.
I don't do unlicensed. I can't stand the fact that logos are missing. No, there's some people out there feel it.
Yeah.
OCD, like
That's
I
fair.
get it.
That's fair.
I get it. I respect that. So any parting words for us, my friend Slab Mania, aka
You know, just collect what you love.
Yes.
Don't worry about the hype of trying to get the bang for your buck. You know, don't get lost in the investment side.
Mm-hmm.
Fall in love with the hobby first. And if you want to make money on it, go for it. But we definitely need to keep the hobby alive, get the younger generations in it, and just have fun with it, basically, and just follow your passions for it.
Wise words.
Stay true to yourself, and that's how we're gonna. That's how we're gonna bring up the younger ones.
Yes,
is staying true to ourselves, so they see that.
Pack Papa said, "Don't get lost in the cost."
Yep. Yep.
Frank
I like that.
Frank
We should be a T-shirt.
Podcast.
CJ doesn't have any NFL license autos.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So all unlicensed. Okay. So I think someone said Leaf and Tops.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said above.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Donna. No,
but
I want to
still love a CJ auto.
Right. Torres said, I'll be doing unlicensed when Wemby autos start showing up. Why not, right? Why not? Well, we appreciate you, Slab Mania. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Haley.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me on, and nice meeting you guys like face to face.
Right? Yeah. Awesome. Bye.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Let's get one more in here. Let's get the basketball card guy in here.
No, he destroyed me and Haley the other day on our little battle.
I don't know why you guys called him out.
I mean,
I
don't know why Haley called about. That was her, not me.
That dude's like a.
And then I had a warning. Somebody warned me. They were like, "No, you don't want to." No, and I was like, "Too late now." Absolutely.
That dude's like a goat.
He destroyed us. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to get a basketball card guy in here. I think we need Slab Mania to sign off.
She said we got smacked. Yeah, we did. That was embarrassing. It was fun. It was good.
I'm gonna invite. Oh, I got it. He's coming in.
Is he jumping in?
I think so.
I'm gonna hide.
Unable to join. Accept. Try it one more time.
What's up?
What's up? So, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
here,
ever
man.
spoken to you for on live or anything, but you got some dope MJ cards.
Yeah, you destroyed us. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I mean, thank you. It was fun.
So, Jenny, I'm just going to say this. I voted for you because I love the MJ rookie. I have my own version. But when I saw his card, I was like, yeah, it's a no-brainer.
That auto was ridiculous.
Who the people are going to vote for?
Yeah.
So,
I got a lot of cards. I mean, I got a lot on display. I got a story sale going on right now, which is what's going on the floor over there. But
that's a nice card cave right there.
Yeah.
So tell us your thoughts, licensed or unlicensed.
I mean,
love them or hate
them. I'm as long as the card looks beautiful, I'm fine with it. I'm a big autograph collector, so really, like, when you get down to the point of realizing that like a Wemby autograph is not going to be available on an NBA licensed product for 2 years, like you got to kind of deal with that and go with the flow. I feel like, I wish they would work together. I know folks at both Topps and Panini, and you talk to them independently, and they both say the same thing, that they wish they would just sub-license to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it feels like the leadership
yeah,
is
yeah,
obviously very territorial. If couldn't tell by the lawsuits and everything else that's going
Right.
on, So it's just like, why can't we just all get along?
yeah.
Just sub-license,
The
let everybody
drama.
do it.
Yeah.
Like
I am looking for I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of classic '90s Topps basketball stuff come back. But then on the other hand, I'm thinking about, like, I would love to see NBA hoops, that design go, like, still happen,
still
like
be oh
the
my
Don Russ
god.
basketball, like all those like nostalgic things from the '90s
Yes.
I gotta
that we enjoyed.
When you were talking about nostalgia from the 90s, and then you mentioned Grant Hill, I got to show you this. I don't know if you ever saw this. I posted it a long time ago, but this is my in-store stand-up
Wow.
of
I
the
got that
EX
card in my
2008.
PC.
Right? They numbered these. They're jumbos, obviously. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Wow.
They numbered these, and when I worked in a store when I was 14, my boss let me have this because I just loved this set. But I met Grant Hill like a year ago. He was doing a book signing in
Okay.
New Jersey, and I went out to it, and I took the card with me, and he signed it for me.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Craziest part of that story, though, is first he showed up to the book signing 30 minutes early, which when we think about athletes and showing up to signings is always late. It's never
Right.
I mean, he's
early.
a Duke
Let's
guy.
be honest.
He's a Duke guy.
Yeah, exactly right. There's where the education comes in, right? Like he's going to
Right.
show up. But secondly, he signed this originally. It's white paint pen. And he then signed, I had 2 books to get signed. I got this and another card signed, and I got 2 books. Super nice. We were chatting about stuff. We both owned equity in a company, like, and we had never met before. And it was like, cool. Like, and then without me knowing, I posed for a photograph with him, and he put down the books on top of the autograph, and the whole thing smeared,
Wow.
like ruined
Oops.
it. And we had just talked about how I'd kept this like in pristine condition since I was a kid, and so
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Can someone grab a tissue?" And they grabbed a tissue, and he wiped off the autograph because the paint was
Aw.
still wet, and he re-signed it. So like,
Wow.
this is the re-signed signature. It came out perfectly,
Yeah.
but he cared,
Yeah.
and that comes back to
Aw.
like us as collectors.
Yeah.
And you guys were talking about collectors you love. I've always said that. That's my mantra. And it's like, this was like an athlete that I met, like that stood out from the rest, where he cared
Mm-hmm.
about the fact that I cared,
Yeah.
Right.
and he saw what this meant to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And I
That's
think that's
awesome.
so important. Like I was at the National a couple of years ago. I was given the job of counting Mitch Richmond's autographs. So like I followed him around for 2 hours, and he signed like 1,600
Wow.
items.
Yeah.
And because they have to count that, they pay him per autograph.
Woo.
Wow.
And like sitting with him too, like you can lose it after a
Yeah.
time. If you're signing
Yeah.
over 1,000
Right.
items, you just kind of like go into the motion.
Yeah.
But he was signing these like 16 by 20s. And I said to him, isn't it amazing that you're spending 2 seconds, right, to sign this? But that's probably going to go up in someone's man cave or their living room for 20
Yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you heard me say that, like you saw it clicked with him too, like, yeah, you're right. That's
That's
awesome.
pretty
Yeah.
Like I'm
cool.
making
Yeah.
Yeah.
something valuable to them.
Yeah.
And so I love that. So licensed or unlicensed, as long as it looks cool,
Mm-hmm.
as long as it's authentic, all good, like.
There you have it.
Yep.
From the guy who destroyed Haley in
It
her
was rigged.
first,
It was rigged.
her first episode.
Well, I was like, why I posted on my account, I asked people, what should I put up? And people are like, this is such a bad idea. Like, why
You
would
went
someone
for
poke
the
the bear?
jugular.
Like, what are you doing?
You went for every meaningful vein in a person's body and just bled them out. And I was just like, it's no way in the world. Like, and I know people who love the MJ rookie card, but it's no way in the world.
Totally.
You know what was crazy though? Our videos. So he and I did not collab on our videos at all.
We didn't talk
And so
at all about what we were doing.
my video
Wow.
was talking about the rumor on how Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan's illegitimate son. And
I mean,
he said the
looks like
same
him, but
thing.
who
But I
knows?
mean, he said the same thing, and we were like, we didn't plan that. I
Yeah.
promise. Like that was
Yeah.
We-
No,
unplanned.
that's awesome.
We had a group chat with Haley, and I'm like, just so you know, Haley, like, that wasn't coordinated.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Jenny and I said the same thing, but We
It
did not talk
flowed
to each other about
so
this.
well. It was so perfect though for video. It flowed so well. It was
It
awesome.
was
I
awesome.
appreciated it.
That
Yeah.
was
Of
great
course.
chemistry. Well, thank you, sir. We truly
Of
appreciate you
course.
for stopping by and giving us that insight. At the end of the day, collect what you love.
Yep.
Collect
Always.
what you
Absolutely.
always.
Always. And if you look, and it's nothing against the people that are in this for a business,
Yeah.
but collecting and investing are two different things. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
call
Yeah.
myself an accidental investor because I've collected all
Right.
my
Yeah.
life, and like
Right.
the stuff is worth more now, a lot of it, than when I bought it.
Right.
Yeah.
But at its core, I did it because I love it, and
Mm-hmm.
because I collect it. And and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's weird when people talk about the two as like interchangeable. It's like, yes, you can collect and also invest at the same time, but it's about what is
Yeah.
your primary purpose here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that really drives a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you.
you
Looking forward to
got it.
seeing more
It
Jordan
was
Great meeting
talk.
you
awesome
both
meeting
And
you.
face to face here.
there are two people in the hobby that I would never battle. You're one of them, and the other one is my great friend Peter Pac-Man. His collection is underrated, and I told him I would never, ever, ever get in a car battle with you. And you're my second one, so
I met him actually at the Arena Club launch at
yeah,
Yankee Stadium back
Awesome.
2 years
yeah.
ago.
So
He was there,
I,
and it's too funny, man. Like, hey, look, we all collect. I have a weird like just very expansive basketball collection. It's about half
yeah,
a million cards, a
yeah,
little bit under that, but but yeah, I mean, it was. I didn't know what to bring there. She said bring the best, and so I was like, well, that's my best.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
if that's what you want. I don't know.
yeah,
Oh, that was so unfair.
yeah.
Yes. It was fun. It was fun. That's all that matters. And I got to meet you, so
Absolutely.
thank you.
Yeah, same
Yes.
here. I'll see you
Well,
guys soon.
All right.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so
Bye.
much.
So there you have it, people. Collect what you love,
Yes.
unlicensed, unlicensed.
Yes.
Again, for me, if it's an entry point to get people involved in cards,
Mm-hmm.
let's have it. And again, shout out to everybody, Pack Poppers. Don't get lost in the cost. Everybody who's still staying with us, holding it down with us. We really appreciate it. So I think this is the time where we actually talk about cards, right? Even though
Yeah.
we've been talking about
We've
cards all
been talking
night.
about cards.
But
Yeah,
we
we have.
also we also get to show some of our
Yes.
cards. So I'll start us off, Jenny.
Yes.
I looked at this graphic and it was talking about cause the Joker, he got his third
Mm-hmm.
MVP
He
and
did.
it put him in this elite
Mm-hmm.
class. And oftentimes this player who at one point in time there was a stretch where he was like the face of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
He's a three-time MVP. They called him the chairman of the boards, and he's most famous for when the Sixers went to the 82-83 playoffs. He said "fo fo fo," and I think he don't get the credit that he deserves as a phenomenal big man and dominant force in basketball. So my PC of the week is the 1981 Topps Moses Malone
Yes, that's
base
beautiful.
card.
That's
Classic
nice.
card of Moses Malone. I have an extensive Moses Malone collection. That's one of my favorites besides his rookie.
Yep, that's great. That's beautiful.
So PC, this is what I've been PCing.
Love it.
What you got for us?
All right, so my new PC card of the day is actually really special to me. So this is not a sports card player,
Okay.
but Stephanie, aka Mama Breaks,
I
sent
like
this
that.
to me in the mail today, and she inscribed it to me. And the reason this is so significant is, she really is a female leader in the industry. She's opened up so many doors for us. She's given me more confidence just being out there and you watching her. She was recently featured in PSA magazine. She's a mom and she's just an overall great person.
Awesome.
And this is extremely significant to me, adding it to my PC because of who she is, who she stands for, and how I look up to her. So that is my PC
Mama
card.
Breaks and Moses Malone, the chairman of the board.
Yes.
Finally getting some love, in a class of people, so awesome. Great card.
Thank you. You too.
So we're gonna jump right into our collector on the rise. I'll start that off. So I was scrolling through my Instagram and I was just like, who can I choose this week? There's so many
I know.
people to shout out and
I
highlight
know. It's hard.
because so
Yes.
many people are doing phenomenal things. And my collector on the rise is somebody who's been like a day one when I like came into this Instagram world of collecting cards, and they go by the name of Instagram name of cash underscore sports cards. It's a father son duo, and they buy, sell, trade, and collect teams. I actually did a trade with him. We swapped out Allen Iverson's
Oh,
one
that's
day.
awesome. Yeah.
So you know, follow cash underscore sports cards. He has a dope collection. I love the pictures that he takes, the background pictures of the cards behind the scenes and the showcase pictures. So give that account a follow.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, mine. So I just recently came across this account, but it has been out there for a while. I saw his video with him and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, doing the people's eyebrow. And his name is Blake Grice.
Okay.
The underscore Blake down. And I'm sure some of you know him as the kid media personality that wears the orange cowboy hat.
Okay.
He is out of Colorado. He seems to travel a lot. He gets around a lot.
Okay.
Meets a lot of people. He's fun. His personality's great. He interviews really, really well.
That's
He's
awesome.
a kid. And he's really fun to watch. So go follow the underscore Blake down. It's worth it. It is great content.
Shout out to Coops Cars 55 for coming in. Arcadia Collectibles.
All right.
Funk on Ritz. Trout Collector 5 just came in the room.
Awesome.
Shout out to everybody who's hanging in with us tonight. We have some great conversations. So now's the time to bring on our guest of the week.
Yes.
And this guy, I met him, a couple of years ago when I just like tuned in to, one of his breaks. And then we got formally introduced by my brother, my card brother, Peter Pac-Man. And this is the most electrifying man in the waxery.
Wow.
What's up, Naka?
How you guys doing?
Hello.
So if you guys don't know who Naka is, please make sure you go follow Naka. Some of the most entertaining breaks ever. Some of the cards that I have in my PC comes directly from this gentleman and like blessing me with the hot wax hand. And when I say he's the most electrifying man in the wax, like I mean it. I've seen him pull some of the most nostalgic cards for people who tune in to his breaks, and he makes it personal and he connects with you on a high level. So I just got to give you your flowers because I know we've been at this for a couple of years now. And, we also did a special break of this hot box 96 Metal Universe baseball cards where we saw some very iconic cards come out of that box. Some rookies, Ken Griffey, the Motherlode card. So, Naka is in the building.
It looks like everybody's
said the background is fire.
On his starting lineups. Everybody's commenting on his starting lineups.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, you know what? To start it off, hey guys, yes, I'm known as Naka. Starting lineups originally really brought me into the hobby as a kid because I was a big toy person as a kid and also a sports person as a kid. And what was better than getting a starting lineup that actually had both, So as I got older, then, I got my own money. I was able to go ahead and just go ape crazy over here with all the starting lineups.
Naka is the starting lineup GOAT.
That's awesome.
He's the GOAT. Speaking of that, I do have two Michael Jordan starting lineups that I picked up at the Philly Card Show. So I got to send you a picture so you can see those, Naka.
Wait.
But we're going to jump right into this. I've been looking forward to asking you these questions so our listeners can get to know you better. Jenny, we're going to do this together, but I'm going to start off with the first question. Describe who you are as a collector in 5 words or less.
Oh, wow. 5 words or less. Extremely passionate, reserved, wild, and
Okay.
exciting.
Okay.
I got to put it like
Yeah,
that.
okay. And that's true to
So
who
you
you
Right.
are. That is true to who you are.
That's
I'm
awesome.
telling you, guys, if I don't care what coast you on, there's times I've been in Naka's I'm on the East Coast. He like it's 2 in the morning in Philly and he's on in the West Coast and I'm like, I'm up simply because of the energy in the room. So yes. Make sure y'all check out one of Naka's live. Jenny, why don't you do our rapid fire?
All right. So I'm going to ask you 4 rapid fire questions. How long have you been collecting?
Collecting in
In
general,
general.
I've been collecting my whole life, probably as far back as my memory could take me. So I have a son who's 8 years old. So I probably say to about back to his age. And it really started with my
Mm-hmm.
father, who was a big time collector. Growing up, I never knew not a time when my father wasn't collecting
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
something. It was pinball machines, it was sports cards, it was video games, it was and so I just got kind of thrust into that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my dad is a real, hard, blue collar worker, um, he would always push me to be like, you know what, son, do something that you like, and the whole spiel, you never work a day in your life, which really isn't all that true, but at the same time, it's kept me very fresh, listening to him and being able to incorporate collecting into all of
Mm-hmm.
my
Yeah.
life's work. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
thank you.
If you could describe the hobby in only 1 word, what would it be?
Whew.
Yeah, that's always a tough one.
That is a very
Yeah.
tough
People always
one.
want to say more than 1 word. Always.
I'd say
Ooh,
exhilarating,
yes.
if I
Mm.
Love
could,
it.
because it's never like, it's never like easy
Yeah.
peasy,
Mm-mm.
steady flow. There's always some type of story, something
Mm-hmm.
happened, some hit got pulled out of retail that shouldn't have been
Right.
there. Some top rookie ended up doing something dumb in the off season. So, like it's so much going on in the hobby. I just gotta say it's exhilarating because every single week or even day, if you're not paying attention
Mm-hmm.
to something, the next thing you know is like, oh, you
Yeah.
didn't hear about that? And it's
Mm.
like,
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I took a day off. Like,
Yeah.
so,
We got
yeah.
some other words in the chat too. Alive and vast. I
Yeah.
like that people are
Mm.
putting in their
Yeah.
opinions. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. The hobby is
Yep.
alive.
All right. Next question. What to you are the most overrated and underrated subsets? Yeah.
Subsets? Ooh, overrated subset. Wow. Okay, this would be very
Uh-oh.
controversial.
That's okay. Bring it.
Kabooms, anybody? I just
Kaboom.
and for me, I'm a comic guy too. So, kind of seems like, well, oh, that's kind of blasphemy. But no, I think I was really
Mm-hmm.
excited about Kabooms before they decided to like start to number them and then create even more of a subset underneath the set. When they start doing that, it kind of really
Mm.
agitates
Mm-hmm.
me. Like when you have a really good thing going and then you're like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Let's just go ahead and throw extra
Mm-hmm.
colors on there and, kind of water it down a little bit for me. So To me, it's Kabooms. Even though they're very cool cards, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna hate on those. I just think that they're a little bit
Mm.
overrated in terms of if you're calling that a subset.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
Yeah.
I
right?
would consider
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then
Underrated.
So,
underrated. What
oh,
doesn't get enough
uh,
love?
what doesn't get enough love? See, now I want to say that's even a harder one, because there's so many. Um, because when I start to think about overrated subsets, I automatically go with like all the
Mm-hmm.
big ones, all the Kabooms, the
Downtowns,
downtowns
yeah.
of the world. But if I had to say like underrated, I used to really, really love stained glass back in the day, like even before it was a mosaic
Mm.
type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. But now that's even kind of a little bit watered down to
Right.
me. Um, but I still kind of say they're underrated in a way. I'm a big fool for any subset that is transparent.
Mm.
So it almost doesn't matter if it's kind of like I used to really love the old school cards when they used to print on the back
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
side of the card, completely different from how they do the front
Mm-hmm.
side of like a transparent card. So I would say like any card that's like
Okay.
that would be kind of underrated to me because nobody really talks about them. I think Contenders has one. They don't call it the glass, but it is a transparent see-through card. And I pulled Anthony Edwards' card out of that
Wow.
Contenders
Mm.
set when nobody was really
Mm-hmm.
big
Mm.
on him. And so now that everybody's like, oh, yeah, that might be MJ's son, it's kind of like a cool card to think back on and,
Right. For
really go
sure.
over. Oh, Revolution
Okay.
Galactic.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. Who said that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Revolution, Scoring Kings, Unleashed. It looks
Home
like
run.
people are
Home run
saying
challenge.
Home Run Challenge.
Right.
Yep.
I love those because Revolution, I heard you guys also talking about finding
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
value as well when
Right.
you're ripping. Revolution is
Yeah.
like awesome because it's cheap and then you can get absolute
Right.
bangers out of that set for not, blowing a whole wad of cash. So
Yeah.
So
I gotta
fi-
steal that one from you.
final rapid fire of the night. What's your current chase/hunt card?
My current chase/hunt card. I had one and I really want it back. I sold it and I actually held this card for a long time. I really when I get into my cards, I don't necessarily like get them and flip them right quick like that. Collect how you want to collect, but in terms of like how I do it, I really like to try to hold and do my best not to sell a card. And I actually sold this card. And you probably remember this one, Sports Card Collector. I had an '89 PSA 10
Oh.
Ken Griffey. And I
Mm.
want that card back. I
Mm.
totally want that card back. And second would have to be Neon Dion out of
Wow.
89
Okay.
score. I'm totally like 89. Dion with the Jerry curl
Okay.
Yeah.
just
He
dripping
bringing
in the
back the
I mean that
nostalgic.
Yeah.
I absolutely
That's a great
that's my
card.
favorite set is
Yeah.
89 score football.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love it. So anytime like one of those cards leaves my PC, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no. They're like Infinity Stones or like Dragon
Yeah.
Balls. You got to go back and
Yeah.
find
That's
them,
great.
So
So,
final thought of the night, and we're gonna get you up out of here because we're coming up on a 10-minute warning. If you were the face of the hobby for 24 hours, what two changes will you make? And you don't gotta say why, but what two changes would you make?
ooh. Number one, because I really love Unity and I hate this feuding
Yeah.
going on with
Yeah.
Topps and
Yeah.
Panini. My very first step would be to sit them in a corner and have them hash
Oh my
this out.
gosh.
I swear, because I I think they start to get it now how it is affecting the rest of the
Yeah.
hobby. Like, and not to I mean the debate and the back and forth is
Mm-hmm.
really good, But at the same time, having some type of unity in the hobby is also what makes it very special to me. You know what I'm saying? Like how everybody, no matter how you look, your background, whatever, we all bond behind this simple piece of paper and cardboard. And that's the most powerful thing that the hobby brings to me. And so when we anytime we get like this feuding, or anytime it's like breakers, because you guys know I'm a breaker, so anytime it's like some breakers like going at it, and I'm just sitting in the car, I'm like, oh, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. It's the same thing. So first thing, number one, have Panini and Topps hash it out. Number two, I would banish all sticker autos out of a certain price range of product. I don't know what it would be, but it would probably have to be, you know, hobbies are very expensive now. So say, for instance, something like this that just came out, you know, I think it's on Panini site still. You know, something like that, I would be like, nah, man, all of those got to be on card, even if we reduce, you know, the so-called 3 autos or memorabilia, if we reduce that to 1 or 2, you know, if we got to do some type of QC, you know, because it takes the feeling out of the cards a bit when you get that sticker. Like I still like it, and I understand the reasons why, right? You know, you got athletes getting paid bajillions amounts of dollars, and they really don't have a lot of time. Heck, I had a Luka redemption card come back from Panini. It took me 3 years to get it back, but it was on card. So you know, I'm just like, you know, that it hurts me a little bit there. But that's one thing I would like to change as well. Certain price point, like there should not be sticker autos in National Treasures. There shouldn't be sticker autos in Immaculate. I mean, that's kind of like, you know, where I kind of have it. So those two things.
There you have it, from the most electrifying man in the wax. Make sure y'all check out Naka. He does his live shows and breaks, personals, everything, group breaks, you name it. And even if you don't buy anything, come through for a great time. But Naka, I just wanted to give you your flowers and let you know I appreciate you, brother.
It was nice meeting you.
Hey, I appreciate you guys too. It was beautiful meeting you guys as well. And I'll keep on watching and keep on tuning in.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Naka.
All right.
Thank you.
Go.
So,
yes,
we are at like 9:53. I know everybody wants to see our cardboard battle, but in the spirit of unity, we're not going to do a cardboard battle tonight.
Oh, wow.
We're going to delay, but here's what we can do. Here's what we can do. I want to show the cards that we were going to show tonight, and in the spirit of friendly competition, just have people vote on the card they like, but no official cardboard battle. So on a count of 3, we're going to show our card.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Oh, we got vintage versus modern.
Yes, you switched it up.
We got the MJ hot numbers.
Yes.
Versus.
Oh, that's pretty though. That's really cool. It's moving. Yeah. Look at that. Look at it move. Wow. Mine doesn't do that.
So I am going to share this. Put that up, Jenny. Hold it still so we get a good photo. I am going to share this so folks can vote. So that way we can have a nice little friendly competition between me and Jenny.
Yes.
And you know, we will skip our question of the night. We can do that for our next show, but let's jump into our final thoughts. And I'm gonna start it off, and I'll let you close this out, Jenny. I've been thinking about this like all week, right? Every time I create new content, and you know, I go through this creative approach or like writing. So my final thought for everybody is just stick to your cardboard why. Remember your origin story, because it's the reason why you love cardboard. And most importantly, make sure you center your hobby experience around laughter, sharing, and most importantly, listening. And this is why we do this. We got to make sure we listen and enjoy others and just have fun. What you got, Jenny?
I mean, I agree. Like, I kind of brought up the last couple shows, just like the drama that goes on and how I get tired of listening to it. And I think we really heard it so well here with everybody. Just loving what you do. We've talked about it before. It's a hobby. Hobbies are supposed to be relaxing and fun, not about drama, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't avoid it all, and everybody has their own opinions, but it's a hobby. Keep doing what you love. Keep establishing these beautiful relationships, which I have enjoyed tremendously, the friends I have made, and just keep being you. You've got to stay true to yourself. You've got to keep being you. And I mean, this has just been so much fun. I love
we had a lot of fun. Shout out to everybody who commented, people who popped in live. I know we had a few questions that we couldn't get to. Please tune in to the next one so we can have those questions, or I'll post it on one of our posts so that way our guest Naka can answer that question. Naka also said we were trying to take each other out for the count with the 2 cards today. But this is what when we all came together, this is what I envisioned for the every other week cardboard show.
Me too.
Me too. A nostalgic conversation, edgy conversation, but fun conversation. And at the end of the day, people coming in to connect and experience each other.
Yeah, make sure if you're following the Every Other Week Cardboard Show on Instagram, make sure you're following Samuel at the Sports Card Collector, and make sure you're following Jenny Marie Sports Cards. And if you do have questions that we haven't answered, you can always reach out to any of us on any of our Instagrams.
Yeah. And if it's somebody you want to see on the show, like send a message, hit us up, and we'll reach out to that person.
Yeah, definitely.
We appreciate y'all. Keep collecting.
Yes, keep it up. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, awesome. 2 weeks.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.